Want to strengthen your mental wellness? There's a free conference coming up with several resources and topics that can help nourish your mind and your soul. I want to welcome Michelle Chavez and Victoria de Leon with National Alliance on Mental Illness. Thank you for being with us, ladies. This is really neat. Tell me all about Pathway to Hope. It sounds like very helpful, very inclusive for our community.
Oh, 100%. And thank you for having us. We're so excited to be here talking about it. So Pathways to Hope is a free mental health conference happening this weekend at the Tobin Center. So of course, a beautiful venue. And it's really a 2-day event aimed at bringing together our community from literally everyone, because we know that mental health impacts all of us. So we have over 30 workshops with a bunch of different topics, some of those being how mental health shows up in different spaces and in our everyday lives, right? So some of those topics are mental health in faith communities, mental health at home with families. And one of the new ones that we are doing this year actually that I'm excited about is mental health in the workplace, and talking about what that looks like, how you can support your coworkers and how you can support your employees. So really exciting. As far as who should attend, like I said, everyone. Everyone has a role to play in building stronger mental health communities. So this year we have workshops tailored for people as young as 12 years old.
That's wonderful, and that's one of the things you guys are also excited about, is one of the entire days, because it's a 2-day event, correct?
2 days,
will be focused on young adults and mental health, correct?
Yes, so Saturday will be focused on the youth. 12 to 18 is kind of the range that NAMI really does programming for. So that's going to be the age range that we're centered on, but it's for youth and any adult that wants to focus on youth mental health. So we're kind of creating a space, a platform for them to come together to really talk about what are the things that we can do better to help support the youth in our community. So we're going to have classes like peer pressure, so information for you as a youth to come in and learn about peer pressure, but also as an adult to be like, all right, how can I support my youth dealing with peer pressure? Boundaries online, we know it's such a technologically advanced generation, so how do we navigate that? Conversations with your youth, we're gonna have a wonderful panel with therapists and different people in the community that deal with how to have conversations about grief, how to have conversations about difficult situations that teens might be dealing with. So really get to ask questions and hear from professionals about what are the ways you can navigate conversations with your youth, how to deal with being a youth in a blended family or in a generational household, how do we navigate that? And then the really great thing about these youth conferences, it's really centered on how to find how to find joy in your mental health. So we're gonna have how to use art for your mental health, how to use movement for your mental health. We want the youth to have fun with discovering their concept of mental health.
And just being open about it. Once you're open about it, you don't feel ashamed, and you're not maybe getting in a worse condition than you are already to begin with. And that day sounds very special. Like parents should go with their kids to better understand what they may be going through, right? So what would you all say in general makes this conference specifically this year very special?
So this year is actually the 10th annual Pathways to Hope conference. So it's just really amazing to think that for the past decade, more than a dozen different organizations have been coming together to bring this conversation to our community absolutely free of charge, because we cannot afford to leave anyone out of this conversation. I just want to say to everyone, you know, we all have our unique experience and story with mental health, and I promise that your story is valuable and your story is needed in these spaces so that we can learn from each other on how to best support each other as a collective, as a community.
Definitely. That people are not alone. And Friday and Saturday are testament to that. Do people need tickets or registration somehow, or they just show up?
So registration actually closed yesterday, but registration will be available on site, so you can still come and attend. All of that information is on the website, pathwaystohope.us. That's where you'll also find a list of all of the different workshops. There is really something for everybody there.
Well, thank you, ladies, for being with us today. This was a very important invitation for our audience.
Thank you, Roma.